Hello everybody, this is Tina with Tia's Treasures, and today I have for you the July 2026 card kit from Simon Says Stamp. Let's open her up and see what we've got here. I've got a couple extras I bought. I bought the dies to the kit and then the crisscross pop art so we could do little squares and little circle or wedges with the dies that come in this kit. So let's see. I've got a green bag. I don't have very many green. I have a lot of these, but I don't think I have a green one. I mean, these things are great for storing your kit and doing all that kind of stuff. And I think I remember what comes in here. Is that everything? Oh, yep, that's everything in the bag. Put that to the side. Oh, what is this? This is chocolate root beer. I don't think I've got a root beer. That's good. We've got some little positively dazzling gems, the prism ones. I think you could have got clear or prism. Got coupon code, fresh. We have got this huge pad of paper. I believe there's 3 of each color, and it's textured, and it will fit each one of the dies that come in the kit. I've got a little bit of a whatever you'd call that. It's obviously, this is white in the middle because this piece of paper here, we've got a little bit of a crinkling here on the edge. My little pad is like cockeyed. That's okay. Well, just this is just unbelievable, this cardstock. This will be fun to play with. Anyhow, let me move on. We have 2 of these sentiment sheets in the negative and positive. I think I've got the die that will cut these out. I've only got one of them. I don't think there's 3 different dies. Ones with that are slanted, or with the fishtail, or just the plain square. And I just got the plain square one. I'm pretty sure anyway. I do. I'll have to check it out. And here are the dies that came with the kit, pop art pieces. From what I understand, you're not supposed to cut these apart, and it will make numerous little squares and circles that you could do your different colors and different things, and then you can lay them on the background, which would be, you'd use these. Here is our stamp set with all these little circles and squares. You are amazing. I love you so much. Happiest of birthdays. You are missed. Can't wait to hug you. Have a great birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you. You are loved. Thinking of you. Miss you, friend. Or you're the best friend. Hello. This is coming in timely because my son's got a birthday coming up, and I've got to get him a card. And yeah, this right here will cut out these. The rest of them, you know, you can stamp on your little pieces that this takes care of. Yeah, anyway, we have a nice little box. Now, I've seen a lot of people put these together. They go together really quick. And what I have not seen anybody mention yet is once these are together, they are perfect for A2 card fronts. You can just store a bunch of them in there. I've got, hold on, let me grab it. I have got this one right here that I bought a while ago, and it has got a bunch of Spellbinders papers in there, and just some of my scraps as I cut them, cut different cardstocks. You know, I just hold on to them, and they just fit in here really, really nicely. So that's what I used my little box for. And that is probably what I will use this box for, because as you can see, that's pretty full. And, you know, makes it hard to find anything. But these go together really simple. You just follow the little score lines, and you can't go wrong. So I'm really pleased to have one of these. And then we've got 2 sheets of Tim Holtz papers, craft stock, in the gold and the black. So these have a craft core. So it's like if you emboss, you can sand it down and the craft core will come through. You can do some fun stuff with these. And we've got our little inspiration sheet that tells us what everything is. Oh, that looks fun. Little happy birthday circles. Almost look like googly eyes, don't they? If you can like see that. And that is on a white card base. Looks like a 4x4, but it's actually A2, it looks like, with white. And yeah, some fun looking little cards there. And let's see, for our card stock, we have 2 pieces of white and a gray. I think that's slate gray. Let me see. 1 sheet of Simon Says stamp black heavyweight. Well, last I checked, that's not black, which is disappointing because I really don't have enough black card stock. That is gray. So I got switched up on that. And 2 sheets of Nina Solar White heavyweight card stock, which I have a bunch of this already, but this is like, I think, a 100-pound, 110, I'm not sure. It's a heavier weight. This is a nice size, a nice weight too. I mean, slate gray is a pretty color, but I could have used black. But I didn't even know what color I was getting, so I really can't like mope about it too much. So let me try to figure out what I'm gonna do. I am unboxing this on, what night is it? Thursday night, I believe, yes. And I don't know if I'm going to get around to making any cards until actually maybe Sunday. I'll try before then, but you know, with it being a holiday weekend, and I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of got burnt. I made the mistake of floating in the pool, just floating around, and I had sunscreen on. I put it on twice, but I didn't get it really enough on my hands. So yeah, I'm a little bit burnt there, and hopefully by the time I come back to you, this will heal up. So anyway, through the magic of editing, I will be right back to make some cards. Yay! Okay, everyone, I am back. Sorry about this video taking so long to do, but my hands were in some nasty shape. They're peeling. Ugh, they're still a little bit, but hopefully not too bad. Okay, for this first one, I have, I cut out some different colors. We've got the Tim Holtz black cardstock here, and the gold, and I glued these little rings to a backer here, which you can see. You also, if you don't want to glue it to a backer, you can just take them out and put some tape on the back. It's easier, I think, to just put them on a backer though than to try to deal with all this, which when I did this I wasn't thinking, or I would have put them on the backer as well. So anyway, let's get these glued down. I've got a card panel here and our card base. So I am just going to glue these down with, where's my glue? Over here. And I'm going to glue these down flat, but I have our sentiment there, which we're going to pop up. So let's just get these down. and we're just going to eyeball it, you know, because I am not one to really get the ruler out and be that way, because most of this, nobody's going to notice if it's a little bit off. But I do recommend doing the bottom and the top one first, so you can get this one exactly centered in between them. And get that over there, get that done. And I try to do these in some contrasting colors. Now, of course, I used pink on this one instead of red because we didn't want it to look like a Christmas card. I mean, if you're sending it for Christmas, you could do that. But I guess anything's Christmassy if you use red and green. But some pretty Christmas colors are like some pinks and pale pinks, pale blues. There's all sorts of things you can use. And I may just try to come out with a throwback Christmas box before July ends for Christmas in July. Let's try to get that where we want it. And I maybe should have had it over just a little bit, but nobody's going to notice that. You know, over this way just a bit, so it was totally even on both sides. But I get to yapping and gluing, and it's like, so it's not perfect. It's pretty close if you ask me. It's, yeah, we'll get that. We got this big old gap in the middle, which we're going to take care of with some gems. Okay, we'll get this glued down. And I think all of my cards are on white backers today, so I could have glued them right on there, but I figured it's a lot easier if you screw up to start over on a new panel than waste a card base. I suppose it really doesn't matter one way or another, though. You're still dealing with wasted cardstock if you like mess up. So I hope you are all having a fantastic July. So far, you know, it's not been bad. I've been spending what time I can outdoors in the water. But as you can tell, when my burnt hands. And let's get that centered. And we are going to use some gold gems on this because of the gold cardstock. I mean, I could have used the little gems that came in the kit, but I kind of like these gold ones. And I'm going to start, just going to kind of try to figure out where we want them. And let's see that there. And I'm going to go and I'm going to put this one, I think, over here. And we're kind of just doing a zigzag pattern. And I think we'll put that one there. And that's going to be our first card. Now for our second card, I have got one done with squares. Now, as you can see, I kind of put the gems a little differently on this one. They just kind of going at an angle where this one kind of zigzags back and forth. I guess it's your preference. Now this one, it is on a card panel again, but I did not glue these to the backer. I just glued them all individually, and that's not hard to do either. So for our number 1 and 2 cards, we have Hello There and You Are Amazing. And now for our third card, take it over here, and I've got some squares and some circles I just cut out. You know, I got that die set where you could do the concentric rings and then cut them out this way. I guess you could still do the same thing with this as well. And I kind of cut some out, was playing with those, but they're a little fiddly because they're so small. If I would have got the larger ones, I don't think they would have been so like fussy. So this, we are just going to glue these down. Let's get our circles on our squares. And we'll get circle in the square. And I just like the way that looks for whatever reason. I just think a circle on a square, kind of cool looking. And I keep kind of moving them a little bit, get them perfect. And we'll do these same kind of contrasting colors as we had on the last card, except we don't have the gold or the black. You know, we could have done 6 of these, but I just want the 4 in the middle, and then we're going to use some gemstones and our Hey Friend, and that will be it for this card. I am not using the stamp set in this video. I thought about it and I looked at it and just was like, no, I just want to play with the geographic shapes. You know, I was thinking of stamping all over and different stuff like that, but I think this would be a much longer video if I did that. Now, if you can see, I'm using all of the cardstock with the textured side facing up. I think it's kind of just, it's fun to play with. You couldn't really stamp on it this way, which is why I did not use the stamp set on the other 2 previous cards, because I thought about that too, but I just kind of really like the way this texture is looking. So that's what I am using. Now let's see. We don't want the same colors. Like, I mean, I guess we go like that, but I kind of like them kitty corner from each other, or catty corner. I like kitty corner. What do you say? Let's get these glued down. And so, have you done any great things this summer so far? I mean, it's just, I know I complain about how fast time is going every time I have a video, but it's especially sad when summer is flying by. And here we are, smack dab in the middle of summer, if you count summer, June, July, and August, which, you know, I tend to do, but lately, of course, summer is going way into September as well. You know, I know we have not been closing our pool until almost the end of September because it's still so warm outside. And I say our pool, I don't know if I've said it before, it's just an above ground pool. We've had it for like 21 feet round. We've had it for years and years, so it's not a fancy in-ground or anything. As much as that would be nice if I knew back then what I know now about us having this pool for so many years. It might have been worth it to get an in-ground. I don't know about the neighborhood we're in, if that would have really, I don't know. Or, you know, but, you know, if it was just me, I would have probably gotten rid of the pool a while ago. My husband just loves it, though. And I enjoy it when we're out there together. You know, we get a book or whatever and just chill out. And that's, unfortunately, I shouldn't like fall asleep in there because that's how I get burned. Even though I have sunscreen on, I obviously sometimes miss locations. Hey Friend, we're going to put that in the middle, I think, as well. Got our Hey Friend, and these are the pretty gems we got. If I can get them open, can I open them? There we go. And let me find my little tray. I got a little needle in there, and oh, these are really sparkly, aren't they? Let's see if they work. We'll get they're sticking to my gluey fingers. My fingers having glue on them look the same as, that's just glue. If you see any like that, my fingers aren't peeling. That would be kind of gross if they were. Well, I think it's gross either way that I get that burnt. Oh, come on. Where are we? Kind of, should we like put them going down? Or I don't know. And maybe, I want to scatter them a bit. Gosh, that is so annoying. You get glue on your fingers. It's like if I were trying to pick these up, they wouldn't do that. Hey, friend. And, oh, another one. Where should we put this one? Oh, come on, for the love of everything. Quit sticking to me. And, yeah, we could do it symmetrical kind of that way, right? What do you think? I think that's kind of cool. So that's what I'm going to do. Now watch, my picker upper probably will not stick. Where is it anyway? I'm going over here looking for it, and you watch. Everything's going to fall off, and they're not going to cooperate. Maybe they will. Maybe I spoke too soon. We'll see, won't we? That one fell off, but there we go. Back on. Go down here. We still got to glue this panel to our card base. And that should dry clear. It's a little bit more than I wanted on there, but it'll dry eventually. Come on, you. And I wonder if I got too much glue on the ones on the white. You just don't see it because they're white. Because they're obviously got glue sticking out of these two. Now let's put this back. I don't know if we're going to use this again. We'll see. Find out in the last card. And now let's get this glued to our base. I probably should have glued this down before I put the bling on, but we should be able to get it either way. I hope anyhow. Some glue, got our little base, and I'm not really worried about the card base poking through because you're not going to see it because of the white. So if we don't get it perfect, come on, let's glue that down. And this is our third card, right? 3. Now for our fourth card, I kind of gave you a little peek of these before. What I want to do is I want to glue these all down and kind of just all over this, but in a pattern. Yeah, now I'm really kind of wishing I had glued these down to another like bigger circle. And we're going to cut these off where, you know, they don't, I'm going to cut them off the edge. They're not going to fill the card, this card panel completely. Come on, get that glue down. And we'll just kind of go there. And I think this row of blue and this row of yellow underneath it might fit completely on the card. Find out. I was trying to like come up with some geometrical patterns I could do. And I did have these cut in 4s, and I was trying different things, and I'm like, that's just, like I said, too fiddly. I mean, if you really got a lot more patience than me, you could try kind of some neat patterns. But I was like, yeah, no, I had enough. Okay, now let's get this yellow. And I think the blue and yellow contrast is just really pretty. I honestly have had like blue and yellow kitchens for, I want to say like ever. And my husband is like, no more yellow in the kitchen. And I'm like, okay, I will not do so bright of yellow, but I got to have yellow in there. I just have to. It's, I don't know, it's my thing. I have a bunch of yellow and blue, like knickknacks or tchotchkes or whatever you want to call them in my kitchen that I bought through the years that I really like, and I'm not willing to give them up just because we have remodeled the kitchen. I want to keep them. You know, I'll rearrange things in different ways, but I don't want to have to go out and buy all new stuff when I really like the stuff that I've gotten. And we're not talking a load of stuff. I kind of keep it minimal, my decorations in the kitchen. So I kind of want to keep the few blue things. And the yellow always goes so pretty. So I was like, we could have a real pale yellow this time, because I do have a real bright yellow in there now, and it's been there for quite a few years. But it's, you know, pale yellow, and then I could still, my blue accent pieces will still work with that. Okay, so we got this, and hopefully once I cut these pieces off, it won't look too bad. Where are my, I want to do my scissors that have the anti-stick on them because of some of the glue that is still on the back of these. And try to get it so I'm not cutting through the white. And you can kind of feel it when it's gets a little too close to the white cardstock. There. And I hope this looks good when I'm done cutting all these off. It should. I say with a little giggle of my nervousness, it should. We'll see momentarily when we cut these all off. And there we go. Look at that. I don't think that looks too bad. I mean, I could be really goofy and try putting a few like that, but I mean, really, I could, couldn't I? Do I have enough to do that on every space I have? I don't think I do. I mean, there's that. Yeah, that's the only one that kind of fits perfectly right there. And I'm just going to ignore that big space there. And we're going to put some gems probably there. And this time, let me get this on first before I put our thank you and maybe some gems. And anyway, we should have another card kit coming out soon. In what, about another week, I say? Yeah. This one a lot of times I'm late getting them out because my kits don't come to me until later. This time it came, I thought, fairly early, and it was my fault I didn't get it out till now. Sorry about that, everyone. But there we go. Thank you, all of them. All of my sentiments are in the middle of my cards. Now, let's see if we want to put a few gems around. I don't know if they'll draw attention to some of the different, you know, the different spaces between these. They might. Come on, quit hanging to the glue on my fingers. I didn't even know I had that much glue on my fingers. And if we put one there, we could put one right there to kind of just, well, we have to. I just think we have to. That's all. And I'm trying to grab some of the bigger gems. And where should we put this one? Just quit sticking to my finger. And I think, well, do I need one more? I mean, I don't know. I don't like that one there. It's not too bad. So, I mean, what the heck? I say it's not too bad. I'm not, you know, it doesn't make the card look worse having it there, so why not? These are some pretty little jewels, and they shine so nice. And get this last one here, and this is our 4th card, and I'm only doing the 4 today. Like I said, normally it might be 3, but I did do that second one to show you what the squares looked like. And so let's do a quick preview of the 4 cards. So we have got, I want to make sure they're in frame real good here. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know any other comments you might have. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. If you didn't make it to the end, you're not hearing this anyway. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm immensely. It helps my channel. And I hope to see you here again soon. And that's it for today. So bye-bye for now, everybody.